Hello, history buffs and curious minds. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a journey back in time. Not just any journey, but one to a moment that literally reshaped the entire world. Imagine a beautiful summer day, vibrant with life, yet holding a tension that was about to explode. We're talking about the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, an event often described as the shot that echoed through history. And to truly immerse ourselves in that pivotal moment, we've created something special. An ink watercolor storyboard painted with sepia tones and textured parchment, designed to transport you straight into the drama of early 20th century Europe. Get ready for a story that proves how one single moment can ignite a global catastrophe. Our story begins on June 28, 1914, in the bustling city of Sarajevo, Bosnia. Take a look at this panoramic watercolor sketch. You can almost feel the sun on those domed buildings, hear the chatter on the cobbled streets, and sense the vibrant atmosphere of a city going about its day. It was a Sunday, a day of celebration for some, a day of political significance for others. Sarajevo at this time was a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, a vast multinational power, and tensions were simmering beneath the surface, especially among the South Slav populations who yearned for independence or unification with Serbia. This beautiful city, with its blend of Ottoman and Austro-Hungarian architecture, was unknowingly poised on the brink of an event that would change everything. The Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir presumptive to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was visiting Sarajevo with his beloved wife, Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg. His visit was meant to be a show of imperial strength and stability, particularly after recent annexation controversies. Little did anyone know, this visit would turn out to be far more significant and, tragically, far more fatal. Now, let's move to the heart of the city, where our motorcade scene unfolds. Picture this: Franz Ferdinand and Sophie, elegantly dressed, riding in an open-top vintage car, waving to the crowds lining the streets. The loose ink strokes for the onlookers capture the movement and the sheer number of people gathered. Some curious, some cheering, others perhaps harboring darker thoughts. Our detailed brushwork on the car and the figures of the Archduke and Duchess highlights their prominence in this unfolding drama. Sophie, in particular, was a woman of intelligence and grace, often overshadowed by the rigid court protocols of the time. She wasn't of royal blood, which complicated her position, but their love story was genuine and enduring. As they rode through the streets, the air was filled with a mix of anticipation and celebration, but also a growing undercurrent of unease. Earlier that morning, there had been an attempt on their lives, a grenade thrown at their car, which thankfully missed its target, injuring some in a following vehicle instead. Despite this shocking event, and against the advice of security, Franz Ferdinand insisted on continuing with the day's engagements, even choosing to visit those injured in the hospital. This decision, born of duty and perhaps a touch of stubbornness, would lead him directly to his fate. And here, in our next scene, we meet the figure at the center of this tragedy, Gavrilo Princip. Look at him, captured in this ink-shadowed portrait near a cafe, aiming a pistol. The intense expression on his face, the dark suit, the surrounding shadows and tension lines, they all convey the gravity of his mission. Princip was a Bosnian Serb nationalist, a member of a revolutionary group called Young Bosnia, which sought an end to Austro-Hungarian rule in Bosnia and Herzegovina. He, along with several co-conspirators, had planned this assassination, viewing Franz Ferdinand as a symbol of the oppressive empire. After the initial failed bombing attempt, it seemed their chance was gone. But fate, in a cruel twist, intervened. The Archduke's driver, taking a wrong turn on the way to the hospital, inadvertently drove the car right past Princip, who had believed his opportunity was lost and was standing by a deli. It was a moment of pure, horrifying coincidence that history would forever remember. Princip found himself unexpectedly just feet away from his target. Now brace yourselves for the moment that truly shocked the world. the assassination itself. Our storyboard captures Princip firing the pistol, with Franz Ferdinand and Sophie reacting in horrifying detail. The dramatic ink splatter, the freeze frame effect, and the ripple animation emanating from the car visually represent the devastating impact of those gunshots. Princip fired 2 shots. The first struck Sophie in the abdomen, instantly fatal. The second hit Franz Ferdinand in the neck, severing his jugular vein. According to reports, as Sophie collapsed, Franz Ferdinand cried out, "Sophie, Sophie, don't die! Live for our children!" He then slumped over, mortally wounded. The car, now a scene of utter chaos and tragedy, became the silent witness to the end of 2 lives and the beginning of a global conflict. The silence that followed the shots was broken by screams and confusion. Princip was immediately apprehended by the crowd and then by police, but the damage was done. The Archduke and Duchess were rushed to the governor's residence, but it was too late. Both were pronounced dead shortly after. The shockwaves from those 2 gunshots were immediate and far-reaching. Our ripple timeline scene perfectly illustrates this. Imagine a parchment-style map of Europe with ink ripples spreading outward from Sarajevo, like a stone dropped into calm water. As these ripples expand, countries begin to shade in red, signifying the rapid formation of alliances and the escalation towards war. In the weeks that followed, what began as a regional crisis spiraled out of control. Austria-Hungary, blaming Serbia for the assassination and seeing it as an act of aggression, issued an ultimatum. Serbia, backed by Russia, could not accept all the demands. This delicate balance of power, with intricate alliances between nations, Germany supporting Austria-Hungary, Russia supporting Serbia, and France, allied with Russia, meant that a conflict involving one nation quickly drew in others. The marching silhouettes and the ominous beat of war drums on our map symbolized the inexorable march towards the Great War. And so, the stage was set for a global catastrophe. Our closing montage brings this grim reality to life with watercolor scenes of World War I, the desolate trenches, the stoic soldiers enduring unimaginable hardships, and ultimately the memorials scattered across landscapes bearing witness to the immense loss of life. Millions perished, empires crumbled, and the geopolitical landscape of the entire world was forever altered, all sparked by that fateful day in Sarajevo. From those 2 gunshots came 4 long years of brutal warfare, technological innovation for destruction, and a new understanding of the horrors of industrial conflict. The assassination of Franz Ferdinand wasn't the cause of World War I, but it was undoubtedly the trigger, the catalyst that ignited a powder keg of underlying tensions, imperial rivalries, and complex alliances. It serves as a stark reminder of how interconnected our world truly is, and how a single event can have consequences that echo for generations. The quote that closes our video, the shot that echoed through history, hand-painted in a powerful serif font, perfectly encapsulates the enduring legacy of June 28, 1914. It's a story not just about an assassination, but about the fragility of peace, the weight of political decisions, and the profound impact of individual actions on the course of human events. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into a pivotal historical moment. We hope this unique watercolor journey helped you visualize and understand the drama of that time. If you found this video insightful and enjoyed our visual storytelling, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fascinating historical explorations. Your support means the world to us.